Horizon gents, welcome to Jurex and this is everyone is talking about this. Watch out asmongold. Yeah, there are 4 clips now. Yeah, because that's how shit has been moving when it comes to Iran and USA thing. Iran attacked USA in bases. There was a calculated attack apparently. To me, it just feels weird. Like what the fuck is even that? But yeah, but it was a calculated attack, and then they, I guess, announced some kind of like a peace deal with Iran and Israel. Trump talked about it. Then certain shit happens, and there you go. So past 2 days, it's been like going up and down. So it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I'm reacting to asmongold again. Like I said, there are certain things that are regionally locked where I live, and so I don't even have TikTok. So there's a lot of things that asmongold can see that I can't. So it's kind of easier that way to get the asmongold news network, as people call it. It's very easier to like get news that way. This is why I react to asmongold, and it's really interesting to see what asmongold think about things, right? So this is why I'm reacting to it. So it's not about react of react type of thing. Asmongold is not just some reactor anymore. He has a lot of influence. So it's interesting to see what he's going to say. So let's watch one.
Iran's enriched uranium stockpile is at its highest levels and is unprecedented for a state without nuclear weapons.
Wow. She's clearly saying they have the resources and materials to carry out an attack, but they don't have a physically made nuke. What don't these people get? You are implying that these people looked at this clip in good faith and they're drawing a conclusion based.
I saw that. Seriously, man, I also have done that. Like I've seen like Stephen Colbert's monologues. Then I've seen CNN, and then I've seen Fox News and certain other right wing. The divide is fucking insane, man. It's literal polar opposites. The comments are polar opposites. People, what they say are polar opposite. To me, it's just insane. There is no country on the planet that has this kind of division, which is an insane thing to witness, I guess. Right? Especially when you like kind of like split in the middle, 50-50% Democrat and Republic. Right? That is how voting happens. Every time new president comes, they barely get either electoral vote or barely get the popular vote. So your country is split in middle, and they both have polar views of things. Of a certain thing happens, and there are polar opposite views on both things. And this what happened when like fake news increases on both sides, because both sides exaggerate in their own way, and whatever news they mold is polar opposite of each other. Right? In this instant, I'm more in the side of what USA did, because like Trump says, Iran can't have nuclear weapons. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. Knowing the history of Iran, too many countries are at risk. Islamic countries like Saudi Arabia and Dubai are at risk, because Iran could just dictate like, oh, you gotten too Western, so here's a nuke for you. It's like that Oprah clip, you get a nuke, you get a nuke. You don't know where that shit is going to go, right? Obviously, there is like a range of anything that can happen. It could be that, or it could be that they might just use that as some kind of deterrent or just like strong arming thing. Like, we have a nuke, don't fuck with us. Could be anything. But their goal of like funding terrorism and things, that never ends well, right? So in the end of the day, whether you believe that, did Trump did all this shit, Trump is the reason behind all this or whatever, in reality, they had high level of enrichment of uranium. And USA had to do this. This was a military decision, not just Trump decision. This has nothing to do with a Republican or a Democrat shit. I don't know why people don't understand this.
Based off of what they listen to. That's not what they're doing. There is no logic and no rationalization that comes to the conclusion that it is the safe long-term option to let Iran have a nuclear weapon. The fact is that this was the peace option. It absolutely was the peace option. And anybody who thinks it's not is completely fucking delusional and short-sighted.
So guys, Asman was off for the day because he
At the hospital, ideally, if I'm wrong, we were okay, what the fuck?
had to take care of his dad, so I'm just going to let Donnie D read it.
Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. In approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in progress final missions, at which point the war will be considered ended. On the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will, I would like to
Hold up there. Like, you have 6 hours to complete their mission. They're 12 hours before they announce their ceasefire. Why is this working like a fucking contract? We're still going to attack you because it's like obligation at this point. We are 12 hours, then ceasefire. Like, I don't get that. And why is military this like obligation type of shit? Oh, we're going to destroy certain things. Like, we have to do that. But yeah, we'll ceasefire.
congratulate both countries on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-Day War. This is a war that could have gone on for years.
He's even being historian at this shit. Like, oh, what we gonna call it 12-day war. Historians don't even try to name it, right? I already did that shit. There you go.
And destroyed the entire Middle East. But it didn't, and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Oh, I almost forgot. Whoever drops the next bomb is gay.
What the Tell me this is not real. Oh my God, tell me this is not real. I want this to be real so much. This is the South Park clip. Oh, I'm not gay. I'm the least gayest person of them all. I love this. I hope this is real, man.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So
Man, I fucking love that shit, man. Trump is so troll, man. I love it. Maybe that tweet just resolves everything, right? Because last thing any Islamic leader want to say like, oh, I'm gay. They don't want to do that, right? So it's like, wait a minute. I could drop bombs at Israel, but I don't want to be gay or something because Trump said that. You don't want no bombs. Let's try anything else. Let's throw insults, throw some spies at them, but not bomb. This shit is next level, man. President of America, who just did this like a power show of like attacking a country using B-2 bomber and one of the most badass bombs ever, is also sending that tweet. This shit is most entertaining ever. Okay, the first clip, this is the second clip. The first clip I said about like when Asmon said like, I don't know why people don't understand that. I kind of see, how they're trying to mold it. It's like in their own world they're living in, right? That, okay, this is Trump's fault because Trump got out of the deal. Even I talked about that in real life floor video. Like, is that the reason? Did Trump fuck it up? Because I don't know. People need to give detail about it. Like, why did Trump backed out of the deal in his first term? So people just claim that that's the reason why this fuck up happened. Maybe, but the reality is fuck up has happened. It is here now. Iran is enriching uranium. You have to bomb that facility. Iran can't have nukes. Why is this so hard to understand? It's like you're talking about a sentence, you're saying the half sentence and don't acknowledge the last part of the sentence. That's how people are molding these stories. It's Trump's fault. Okay, great, but now what? We supposed to bomb their uranium enrichment, or should we let them make the bomb? Okay, talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. This is the division in both sides. This is why both stories looks very polar opposite. And I'm not a Trump guy. I'll never be a Trump guy. I'll never be right wing. I'm always left wing. It's the American political sphere that is shifting, not me, right? And what happened here was supposed to happen, especially when the situation was like this. Now, who brought this situation? That's a different talk. You can think about it all you want. The reality is, Iran was enriching uranium at a level that the only reason to do that is to make a bomb. That is all intelligence from CIA, Mossad, and others, Five Eyes, all of them are saying this shit. This is not just one-sided thing. This is not Republican shit. This is American intelligence, American military shit. You don't bring politics into this thing, right? There's a reason why Obama went after, and US military went after Osama and killed him. Other side income, like the way Obama did was wrong because it was a military thing. Obama was just president at the time. If somebody else was president at the time, they would have done the same fucking shit. Because military generals would have come and said, like, this is what we're doing. You talk about what we're going to do. Of course, you're going to say, yeah, green light, go ahead. You're the expert. If you know this is going to work, then it's going to work. That's it. I don't know why this time it's this kind of a polarization. This is not good, man. This means future civil war in one way or another. And civil war doesn't have to be the way it was in the past. It could be very different and silent, where you won't even realize. So this polarization is not good. But this time, Trump is not wrong. You had to bomb uranium enrichment. They can't make a bomb, right? This whole, maybe they wouldn't have made bomb. Maybe. Militaries don't work on maybe. If they could, that they would, you have to do something about it. This is how militaries work around the globe. There is no maybes. This is also one of the things the left wing is concerned with. Maybe they wouldn't have made bombs. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know many things. We can't risk survival based on that. This is a nuclear bomb. Do you understand what a nuclear bomb is? Check out the YouTube footages of real nuclear bomb. Look at that shit. And imagine a country having that. They want to, just by their doctrine, they want to bomb a lot of people. You want them to have nuke? How is this even possible? I would think this is one of those things where like both sides agree on it. Maybe they hate the way they're doing it, but at least they agree on it. Like, yeah, Iran can't have nuke. It's surprising that there is a division in USA like this.
Basically, they broke the ceasefire, and then he got really mad. Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing it.
He's not he's not giving you a report, by the way. He's giving order. Israel, you're not going to attack Iran. Turn around, head back home now. This is an order.
A friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Israel, do not drop those bombs. Bro, what universe are we living in?
Seriously?
If you do, it's a major violation.
Why is he saying it through the Truth Social, man? Why is he not calling Netanyahu and saying, like, don't fucking do this? I guess he's doing that, but he's also doing this. This is the president. Again, this is the president who realized the value of like social media and value of face in front of people. Like certain things you need to show people while it's happening in order to have its effect. People are always surprised. How did Trump become president? How did Trump become anything when he was like some, some TV show host or shit? This is the type of shit that you don't understand, but has value. Trump realized it has value. And it does have value because you really don't understand this. He does. This is why he wins every time and people are always stunned like, why is this happening? He doesn't need to put this on Truth Social. He can just talk in the back channels. He's also putting on Truth Social and Twitter because he knows the value of telling in front of people.
Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, the ceasefire is now in effect. Please do not violate it.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest
of course he's fucking pissed. It's ridiculous that like, oh, we're gonna get a ceasefire in 12 hours. Like,
look, man, if this was India-Pakistan, right, Trump wouldn't have been so pissed because India-Pakistan was kind of doing their thing and Trump was kind of as a mediator. In this instance, Israel and Netanyahu was screaming that we need Trump and his intervention, which he did. You involved Trump. Now you can't just go back behind Trump's back like that, right? You can't do this shit because you wanted him to be involved. When India-Pakistan thing, Trump was kind of involved, kind of was talking, but he wasn't directly involved. In this one, he was completely involved. And when he did make the deal, you do this is like slapping somebody in the face. Of course he's going to be pissed.
Like, that doesn't mean, okay, get your big ones in now, boys. You won't have time later. Drop them all right now.
I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
True. So true.
Oh.
I love that. That is so fucking true because really process that shit. Israel and Iran has been fighting one way or another, either each other or their proxies so long. This is their way of thinking now. This is not good. Right? There's a reason why certain times some, like revolution shit happens. And a lot of times certain, structure gets changed. Not because they're incompetent, because their warmonger thinking might not be applicable in the future. Right? This is the reason. And I'm not talking about some violent uprising and shit like that. I'm talking about just normal structural change. This is the reason because people's thinking becomes such a war element that they can't think anything else. This is a problem, man. So Trump is not wrong. They're like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Their thinking is, okay, 12 hours, so we should bomb now. Think about the ceasefire. Think about the peace. How about that for once?
My God. And the thing is, he's completely right. And does he actually just walk off after that?
I mean, what is it?
He actually just walks off. The content president. Yep. Hey, that's right, guys. Wow. So right now, I think that the ceasefire is in effect now.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
What a world that we're in. So yeah, Iran is declaring victory.
Yeah. That was some That is some next level shit. I like how he's like putting titles on history, like this is gonna be 12 days war. Yeah, like let's just drop certain things that people are gonna talk about 6 years from now. Yeah, this is like it's over. Israel said we have won. Oh, they pulled up Pakistan, did they? We won.
Victory. Great. As long as the missiles stop flying, everything is okay.
Put out a statement of truth, and they didn't do anything. And Iran's not going to have a nuclear weapon. I think it's the last thing on their mind right now.
Do you want to see regime change in Iran?
No. If there was, there was. See everything calm down as quickly as possible. Regime change takes chaos. You know, the Iranians are very good traders, and they got a lot of oil dishes.
Okay, what is that Prince of Persia going to do? He was like ready for revolution, handed out visiting cards. He's like, no, now what? Fine, I'm gonna sit here in America and like watch Netflix now. What else I'm gonna do? That's some next level shit.
They should be fine. They should be able to rebuild and do a good job. The last thing on their minds is nuclear weapons. And now we're going to NATO, and we'll get a new set of problems.
Do you think you'll meet with Zelensky?
Seriously, man, think about that shit. Yeah, now he has to like, oh, okay, look at that Iran-Israel thing is over. Nice. Now what? Fuck. Yeah, there is still Ukraine-Russia thing is going on. Yeah, let's talk about that. He's like, what is he, like 80 now? Like something like that? Like he still have to like battle with all this shit. This is the next level thing, man.
Zelensky, when you're there,
Yeah.
what would you say to him?
Say, how you doing? They're tough. He's in a...
Think you'll meet with Zelensky when you're there?
Yeah, probably. I'll see him.
What would you say to him?
Say, how you doing?
Guys.
He's in a tough situation. I'd like to see a deal with Russia. As you know, Vladimir called me up. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, I don't need help with Iran. I need help with you. And
Yeah, I don't think he was that. Like, even if that conversation happened, I think it would be like, you kidding, right? You're gonna help me? Come on, man. I think that's what the conversation would be. And this is like a symbolism, isn't it? Like, dropping bombs from Iran kind of sent a message to a lot of people, maybe to Russia as well. So maybe Trump has certain higher hand now, trying to talk down Ukraine-Russia thing, because there is a certain part of thinking in Russian side, with Kremlin side, where they're all thinking that maybe Trump can just say, fuck it, let's drop bombs on Russia as well. Let's get involved. Because if they can get involved with Iran, why not with Russia? So there is certainly a lot of thinking going there as well. And Russia can't risk that. Yes, Russia has nuclear weapons. But as we've seen with India-Pakistan thing, that's probably not going to stop anyone. Right? So a lot of precedents are being set recently. This might change future thinking.
You know what's crazy is that we have another 3.5 years of this. And that's at the minimum.
It's just been half a year.
What do you mean by minimum?
did I hear former President Medvedev from Russia casually throwing around the N-word, nuclear, and saying that he and other countries would supply nuclear warheads to Iran? Did he really say that, or is it just a figment of my imagination? If he did say that, and if confirmed, please let me know. Immediately, the N-word should not be treated so...
This is like, he's saying that with certain like, like that pent-up aggression type of thing, casually. Did he just say that? Like, I don't know, just tell me if he said that. Because I don't know, I think I heard that shit. I love this. See, like I just said that, like, and now, okay. Okay, former president, like, what, I mean, what is he gonna do? Like, he's a former president. Former president of Russia, what, like 25 years ago? Like, what the hell does that even mean? So it's up to Putin, right? I'm pretty sure Putin's going to be pissed about this. Like, why'd you say this? Because it just antagonizes Trump more, right? I don't know. But yeah, you can't do that shit. But can you really regulate people? What if Russia does actually supply Iran with nuclear bomb? How are you going to monitor that shit? There is that risk as well, man. What if they already did and they kind of have it already? I don't know. But this is some next level shit, man. But one thing's for damn sure, Trump, like in the first term, people are saying like Trump is all talk, no show. Now he's a show. And people are screaming, why he's a show? Like, why is he doing all this shit? Like, okay, like you can't win either way.
casually. But they're not going to be building...
Okay, what is this? Trump about the leak. I think this is the leak. The people say like, oh, by the way, bunkers are not destroyed type of shit. This is also left-wing thing. They're saying like, okay, what was the point of the bomb anyway? It didn't even do damage. Okay, first of all, how the fuck you know? Nobody knows. Without Iranians, certain Iranian official, I don't think most of the Iran knows. How would you know? Unless you go under the mountain to see it. And knowing basic physics, If an explosion happened inside, yeah, it has to go somewhere, right? Now you could argue maybe mountain is so big and that explosion, even the amount of force it generates is not enough. But explosion has to go somewhere. You see those bullet holes, type of holes in top of the mountain. You don't see crater. If you've seen that, which would imply that explosion just thrown outside from the top. It didn't. So explosion went inside. It has to collapse something. If there's a structure underneath and explosion happens here, where is the debris going to go? It would imply that it went under and crushed the facility. Because otherwise, where did the explosion go? Wouldn't it blow the top? Knowing basic physics, you would know that some energy has to go somewhere. E equals mc square, energy has to go somewhere. Something has to come out. And you don't see that in the photo. So, facility probably got damaged. Because that's the only way debris will go. Otherwise, it would come out. It didn't come out.
Bombs for a long time.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to the intelligence reports saying that the Iranian nuclear sites were only partially
Said it could have been they don't know.
Replay the question. So basically somebody leaked an intelligence report where they said they weren't sure how much damage it did at the time. They said it could have been a lot.
See, you see these holes? This would have been a crater-like situation if it didn't damage insides. Like, it has to come out from something, right? And even if it did damage inside and it created hole, this would collapse in one way or another. Only way to this thing to happen is to have something that is hole inside, let's say a facility, to get filled up. That is the only way something doesn't come out, right? To me, it feels like, yeah, they did get damaged. US military is not stupid. US scientists are not stupid. People need to understand, like, first Hubble was a military satellite, and then Hubble became a thing. Most of the brains of the America you can think of are kind of working for military. First working for military, and then everything else. Everything trickled down to NASA and things. And those people are not morons. Are you using your iPhones? A moron didn't invent that. All the technology didn't come. Most of those things that is in iPhone is DARPA creation. DARPA is military. You think those people are moron? They don't know how to make a bomb? You think they just like guess, like, oh fuck it, let's just drop 12 bombs? No, they calculated that shit. Proper precision, right? With mathematics and everything, proper precision. Like, yeah, if we drop 12 bombs from this angle at this certain location, if the bunker is in this position, it's probably gonna get destroyed, and probably did. That's how that works.
Or it could have been a little bit, and then it got reported as if it was a little bit.
It's inside, it's all collapsed. Nobody can get in to see it because it's collapsed. When you take a look at the ground above, don't forget, the flame is all underground. They didn't have a chance.
Trump is kind of like this frustration, like, did I create a GBU bomb? Did I create a B-2 bomber? Like, okay, you hate me, but now you're hating on the military equipment of your own country. I'll be gone, this equipment will still be here. I don't understand the division. This is not a political thing, this is a military thing. Military is not left or right. Military is what military is. If Trump wasn't in power, somebody else was power, then military would have come up with the same plan and told the president, are we doing this? Maybe they were like, no, we're not doing this, and they wouldn't have done that. Maybe Iran would have made nuclear bomb or not. There's many maybes. That's a spectrum there. But in the end of the day, it's military thing. It's not Trump didn't do this. Trump just gave green light, man.
Chance to get anything out because we acted fast. Very hard to remove that kind of material. It's not like moving a package or taking this carpet up and moving it. It's very difficult. It's very dangerous to do.
Wait, so are you telling me all the people on Twitter that thought that they just put all of the enriched uranium in the back of the Toyota truck and then drove it down? Wait, you...
I mean, they could do that. If they say fuck everything, fuck people, right? I mean, it depends. Like, if they like, okay, you're doing this for your country, you're gonna die. Like, at this point, like, who cares about safety? They could just pick shit up and put on the back of the truck. Doesn't matter what it does to truck. Doesn't matter how they're gonna transport it. Doesn't matter how much it's gonna damage the uranium. Doesn't matter how much it's gonna damage the human. You all gonna die. You're doing this for country type of shit. And I don't know, man. Even then, I don't know. And are those enough trucks to do that? Come on. I don't know, man. Even if they tried to do that, they couldn't have got out all of them. And like the level of like brainwash mentality some person needs to have, like, I'm doing this for my country and I'm gonna die. I don't know. Maybe that's possible. I don't know.
Saying that that's actually not what happened? That's crazy. Wow.
It was obliteration. And you'll see that. And it's going to come out.
So they already checked and they know that.
By genius pilots, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group, CNN is scum. MSDNC is scum. The New York Times is scum. And all of the people
I like how he looks over to them when they say, see, that's who I'm talking about. He's scum. There you go.
that did such a good job. And then they get demeaned by these idiots at CNN who can't get ratings and places.
Oh my God, I can't believe I see Trump's side. First time in like long time. But not side as like proper side. He's so true in this one. You're disrespecting military, man. This is not Trump thing. Trump gave the green light, but this is a military thing. You're saying your own way. You have like, oh, respect the troops, and you just like try to pretend how much you respect the troop. And this is the shit you're gonna say? People who actually flew B-2 bombers, people who actually made the bombs, people are trying to stop Iran making nuclear bombs so your city don't get destroyed. So New York is still intact because New York will be one of the first cities if somebody bombs, they're gonna bomb it. And you still go, yeah, okay, screw the military, screw the B-2 bombers, screw the GBU, because they're all Trump. They are not Trump. Trump is just in power now. There is no partisanship when it comes to military. Military is military. This is kind of true. Like, you're really going to shit on them. This was the first military power show of America, which is important. There's a reason why people spend so much in military. This will affect on China. This will affect on Russia and everybody on the planet. Like, America is not just some pretender. America has been police of the world for past 9 decades, which is not in Trump's hand. Trump wasn't even alive then, since during the Cold War, right? All the way from the start, since the end of the World War II. This is what American doctrine have been. Trump didn't choose this. But since this is like, yeah, there needs to be somewhat of a show as well. Like, America's not just some show and tell and not going to do something about it. We do have B-2 bombers. We do have GBU bombs. We can do this shit. It's kind of important to show this, so people don't take this for granted. All this is military thing for your safety. And you're going to shit on it? I see Trump's side, man.
Dying. Nobody wants to even waste their time going on their shows. Iran said, let's stop this. And you know what? Israel said it too. They've had a big fight, like 2 kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language to
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while,
In name of B-2 bomber.
Just do what I think.
Stop it.
let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language to
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while,
Oh my God.
you have to use a certain word.
I think we have to join the others. Though.
Wow.
Yeah, people are going to be pissed off about his analogy of kids. Trump is Trump, right? Like, if you get pissed off at that, like, yeah, you need to know where he's coming from. Trump is Trump. And yeah, compared to America, yeah, those are children. Come on. Yeah.
That have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
And he just walks off. There you go. I love that. Like, see his WWE career. There was like whole time where he had this like a WWE thing with the McMahon. Somehow that paid off. He knows when to drop mic and walk away like a WWE star. I love this shit. Man, like I said so many times, like, I'm not a Trump guy. It will never be. My whole views is always left wing, but it's left wing when it comes compared to world. America is very different. America's fear is insanely changed. There's someone like Bill Maher, who's like radical left-wing, people are kind of shitting on him, is kind of shifting center and even right. People saying he's right-wing now. Okay, if Bill Maher is right-wing, what are you? How left are you? Like, damn, that's insane. So, I don't know, man. Like, Trump is not wrong here, right? You can argue like how Trump got here, and it's Trump's fault, but that's a different argument at a different time. When this shit was happening, when enrichment was happening, yeah, you needed to destroy that facility. And only you could do it. Only America can do it, and they did. This is also a power show thing. Most powerful plane and most costliest plane on the planet, and one of the most powerful bombs on the planet, which is not nuke. Only America had it, and America had to show this as a show of strength around the world for everyone, right? So everyone is kind of like, let's not fuck around with America, which is important. Only way to prevent a war is to show them like fucking around and finding out is not going to be good for anyone. This is kind of important. I still don't understand like how much cozy your life is, how much Starbucks coffee you're drinking in a paradise level you're living, that your brain has become so warped, you don't realize that this side exists. You think that the shit you're enjoying just happens. It doesn't just happens. Only reason it happens because US military and US in its doctrine for decades has been like this. And that is why you're enjoying a Starbucks, in living in like leisure life. You really need to, you don't need to take this granted because it's very easy to get taken away. If America slides into like obscurity, it becomes much weaker military, you're probably fucked, right? People will take apart you bit by bit because that's how you've been acting for past 9 decades. Trump didn't choose this, but you need to do this, and this is a military thing. Trump didn't just woke up and like, oh, I'm going to do this. No, military generals, military experts came to him saying like, we need to do this, and this is good politically as well because this will show the world what we can do. There's many layers to this. People just say, this is like left and right wing, like how this, how people debate in military debates, and like how this like election debates, like it's some small, like some, Real Housewives of America shit where people can just debate. No, this is a military thing that you won't understand sitting there. People with million stars on their shoulders come up with this shit. It doesn't matter how much you dislike them. They are the reason why you have safety. Otherwise, you wouldn't. This is the same thing. Or defund the police. Okay, now a tall, strong guy with a baseball bat is at your home trying to rob you. Who gonna call? Like, you really think this through? You're living in such a narrow bandwidth. You're not realizing the whole spectrum. This is the problem. Right, well, if you like my next, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.